Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we are going to talk about Fall Out Boy. We didn't start the fire. And we're going to talk about the song and we're going to answer a couple of questions. As soon as that song came out, my inboxes just overflowed. But they were all pretty much one of two questions. One is, am I going to do the same thing with the new version of the song that I did with the old one? And the other is it going to be as impactful as the older version? So, to clarify, Fall Out Boy updated the lyrics to reference more recent events. And the reason a whole bunch of people messaged about it is because years ago, I had some teachers reach out and they used some of my videos that make reference to historical events in their classes to show that history is still relevant. And they were like, hey, We Didn't Start the Fire as kind of like a teaching tool. Can you make reference to some of the events in the song so we can use those together? And I'm like, I got you. By the time it was all said and done, because of something that happened on a live stream, we actually wound up with all of the lyrics. So it got put together. Okay, so am I going to do the same thing with the new one? No, almost certainly not, because teachers aren't going to ask me to. Something that I found out is that a whole lot of people don't know something really important about the original version. It's in order. The reason history teachers use it is because it's a timeline. It's not just a bunch of references to historical events. It's in order by year. Einstein, James Dean, Brooklyn's Got a Winning Team, Davy Crockett, Peter Pan, Elvis Presley, Disneyland, 1955. Bardo, Budapest, Alabama, Khrushchev, Princess Grace, Peyton Place, Trouble in the Suez, 1956. It's in order. So that's why they use it. The new song is not in order, which means teachers won't use it, which means it won't be as impactful. My history teacher used it when I was in school. It is still being used today. That's a long timeline for something to be used. Another reason it won't be used by history teachers, at least not as much, is because it references pop culture events more than historical events. The new lyrics won't stand the test of time the way the original ones did. I promise in 15 years, nobody is going to care about Kanye and Taylor Swift and their little thing. That nobody's going to care about it. But to be fair, the original version actually has some similar issues where even though that one was definitely trying to reference important historical events, it didn't really stand the test of time because nobody can tell the future. I mean, terror on the airline, right? What it was referencing, it seems almost quaint by what came later. So the original song actually had the same issues. But because there was at least what seems to be a very concerted effort to pick things that were going to stand the test of time, the new version is probably not going to fare as well. Now, all of this is about it being used as a teaching tool. If you want to discuss the song, the music, all of that stuff, go right ahead. I don't really have an opinion on that. But the big question is there, will I be doing the same thing? No, even though I'm pretty sure I actually talked about most of that. There's probably clips that could be used, except for maybe like the GMO thing. I think everything else I actually covered. So won't be doing that, and I don't think it's going to. I don't think it's going to have the same impact, simply because it won't. It won't stand the test of time, and it's not in order, so it can't be used the same way. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.